this is Pun Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Move Shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, El Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about damn time that Gary Russell Jr. is stepping back inside the ring, but against a very, very dangerous opponent, Mark Magsayo. Y'all already know a Filipino warrior, the protege of Manny Pacquiao. Y'all already know Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, the 8th Division World Champion, the 5 linear, the 12-time World Champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the great husband, the great father, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. I know it's not about Manny Pacquiao, but I just needed to say that, folks. I just needed to say that because I miss Manny. Come on, Manny, just one more fight, man. You know that guys, that was just, you had a long layoff, but Manny Pacquiao did fight good, right? The speed was still there. No? Yeah, I want Manny Pacquiao to come. I want Manny Pacquiao to come back. I think a good preparation. No? All right, it's about Mark Magsayo. Is he gonna be the new golden child for the Filipino people? Is he gonna be the new golden child? Now look, Nonito Donaire, he's still putting dudes out with his last two great performance versus what's the name? It's slipping out of my mind, but yo, two great outing. Obali and the last opponent. He's on the road. He's trying to get that unification bout versus Naoya Inoue. And who else trying to get Naoya Inoue? Who we could see? Jongriel Casimero. Is he the golden child of the Filipino people? Is he the new golden child? Y'all already know that Rigondeaux fight had me, oh man. It had me tight. Rigondeaux, we ain't never want to see you again. Not in national TV. You're a great, skillful fighter, but we ain't never, ever want to see you in televised in national TV. Not in national TV, not in no apps, not in Facebook, not in YouTube. Maybe MySpace. Y'all remember MySpace? AOL? Maybe AOL? MySpace. Put them on MySpace, yeah. But anyway, we want to see Jongriel Casimero versus Naoya Inoue, or we want to see Jongriel Casimero versus Nonito Donaire. But for now, who's going to lead the way January, I believe January 22nd, we got Gary Russell Jr., who got one of the fastest hands in the sport of boxing, or probably the fastest hands in the sport of boxing, faster than my mouth, the way I talk, because I talk fast. Gary Russell Jr. punches faster than what I talk. You feel me? Gary Russell Jr., look, he has great amateur pedigree, has great skills. The only loss in his record is versus Vasily Lomachenko, who is a pound-for-pound quality of fighter. Gary Russell Jr. has the skill set of a pound-for-pound. His inactivity is what might work in the favor of Magsayo, because Magsayo is already seasoned, you know? He already had 2 fights this past year. 2021 this year, not this past year, this year, and he's gonna fight right. He's gonna get back in his horse on January. So I think that Magsayo is very, very seasoned. I think Magsayo has tremendous power, one of the best powers in that division, and of course there's wrinkles, there's good wrinkles to his game. There's some vulnerability. You know, he got touched to the body versus in his last outing, he did got hurt, he did got dropped, but I don't give a damn. I come from the old school of boxing. I don't care if you get dropped on the floor. It's how you rise back up. And Mark Magsayo displayed just that. He did what Nonito Donaire did versus Naoya Inoue. Body shot the monster. Oh my God, he's gonna stay down. He's gonna nah. Inoue try to barbecue the ribs, but you know what? Nonito Donaire was like this. That tastes good. I'm up. You got me. I'm up. That's the sign of a warrior. Y'all already know how I consider these fighters modern day warriors, modern day gladiators that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. And damn it, Mark Magsayo is entertaining us. Gary Russell Jr., we haven't seen him in a long time. And maybe he's gonna be fresh, or maybe he's gonna be maybe not drained. I don't believe he's gonna be drained, but timing might be off. Gary Russell stays in the gym. He stays in the gym. He trains his brother, Antoine Russell, and the rest. But it's nothing like game speed. It's nothing like fight speed. It's nothing like that. And I think that if it goes to the later rounds, just like that later round versus Gary Russell Jr. and Jojo Diaz, where I believe that Jojo Diaz won the championship rounds, I could see it going that way. If Magsayo starts off fast like he did his last fight, you know what I'm saying? And I think he got the punch resistance. I think Magsayo is big, is cut up. I think, I think he's gonna do real well. I don't think he go match speed for speed, nah. Skill for skill, I think that Gary Russell Jr. have too much. But I think it's gonna be the battle of nutrition. I do think it's gonna go. This fight is gonna be won with statistical fortitude, mental fortitude, and heart. Gary Russell Jr. has experience, but damn, when's the last time he's been in the ring? Again, I think that Magsayo, he has a great chance if he takes it to the later rounds. Will his power, will his body against Gary Russell Jr., make it a little dirty, even though that Magsayo is not a dirty fighter, but at the end of the day, he could sustain punches. We saw that. Both of these guys could sustain punches. It's gonna be a good fight. Has Gary Russell Jr. slowed down? That's gonna be the question. Did that natural freak of nature speed slow down? Gary Russell Jr. throws like 12 punch combination. I've seen Magsayo throw like 6-7 punch combination. So these guys are fast. I just don't think that he's quicker than Gary Russell Jr. But later in the rounds, remember, Gary Russell Jr. also throws a lot of things in one speed. If Magsayo could catch up to the speed, because look, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. If Magsayo could time that speed of Gary Russell Jr., he's gonna have a successful night, in my opinion. But I see it. I'm leaning towards with skill set. I'm leaning towards Gary Russell Jr. But it's almost like, look at Keith Thurman, Gary Russell Jr. It's hard for me to say, yeah, he's gonna win this fight. I haven't seen Gary Russell Jr. I haven't seen Keith Thurman gonna be fighting Mario Barrios. It's two of the fighters that I've watched since the amateurs. And Layoff is just taking a hit to their career. Is it going to be that night that the Layoff has really taken a hit on Gary Russell Jr.'s career? And can Magsayo win the WBC title, snatch away from Gary Russell Jr.? I think it's going to be an incredible win. And then he's going to be in the front line and being the new golden child of the Filipino people. Mi gente, my Asian people, the Filipino, love y'all. Love the support that y'all give the fighters. Love y'all support. So let me know what y'all think, man. What y'all think about the fight? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Get my updated videos. I love y'all. God bless, and on to the next. And y'all already know, man. God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. The best investment that you can make in your life is have God in your heart. Love y'all. Peace out.